Hi, my name is Angelina Kusi Hori. I'm an interdisciplinary designer based in Ghana and Japan. I work with various techniques and tools such as 3D design, laser cutting, drawing, and painting, and I've been working on this project for the past year. This project built upon my previous work with community-based installation work. And so how this project kind of involves different communities in different places in Africa and looks at how their migratory patterns can be displayed using data was very intriguing to me. Therefore, I was very interested in engaging with the data and seeing how these communities can be represented through my work using the data. I decided to engage with the data provided from this project and incorporating that into the patterns that I developed. Some of the challenges that I faced included thinking of how I could transport the designs that I was making. Initially, I had to think a lot about the materiality, considering these works would be displayed in 3 different locations. So I had to think of something that could be easily transportable. So I decided to work with wood instead of clay. And through this process, I engaged with thinking about how these works could be dismantled and reassembled in different locations. And that brought me to the concept of working with geodesic domes. I was able to explore a new aspect of my practice that wasn't something that I had explored previously, which was very exciting for me. My work aims to explore community identities. It looks at how these communities had, a certain identity in the past, in the present, and how it evolves in the future. And so looking at the data that was provided in this project, I'm interested in kind of showing how these communities can be represented through patterns. And I guess in a way, the work that I've created is just another way of exploring data representation. Being provided with this data didn't restrict me at all. In fact, it acted as a great source of inspiration for me. I was able to transcribe that onto the spheres that I made through each individual tile. So it was actually a very rewarding process for me because my work intends to explore recontextualizing colonial objects. And so my initial inspiration was from trade or slave beads. And so the process of actually, making each tile and drawing the data, or, painting the data onto each tile was in a way kind of a different way of making a bead. Through engaging with the process of making, I was able to speak to the initial inspiration of the project, but also incorporate the significance behind the project into my own work. My initial inspiration for this project are slave or trade beads, and in my work, I'm interested in recontextualizing these colonial objects for a local context. And so throughout this project, even though it evolved from creating a design for a public space to what it is now, I was able to actually somehow engage with the process of bead making through making these tiles, because I had to create different or novel designs for each tile, which I hadn't really initially planned, but it was a serendipitous outcome for me. And so this project, in terms of how I engage with the data, how I engage with the making, has very much impacted my practice, and I hope to carry this forward into the future.